Hey, this is Jason Creel and you're watching on Lawn Care Life. Today I'm going to try in the middle of the summer to see if I can knock crabgrass out with a product combination that's not necessarily known as a crabgrass product. Now I may have to do 2 applications and I'm okay with that. But we're going to try it after 1 application, see what it does, and if we have to do another we will. So the products I'm using today, and I've got surfactant mixed in there with it, help it stick to the plant, but it's Celsius and Certainty. And I use these all the time. They're great on broadleaf weeds, sedges, grassy weeds, and they're not good for your cool season grasses by any means, but for us with warm season grasses, it's great. And it's one of the safest combinations I can think of when the temperatures get hot. Now crabgrass is best prevented early in the year before it germinates. Like I'm in Alabama, we spray a pre-emergent January, February. But in this situation, sometimes you still get some crabgrass and you want to kill it post-emergent. So let's spray it. We're going to mark it, we're going to check on results, we'll see if we have to spray it again, and we're going to see if we can knock out some crabgrass in the middle of the summer, which is probably the hardest time to kill it. So you can see the crabgrass right here, and it will die when the weather gets cold, and like I said, we can prevent it with a pre-emergent. But you know, sometimes people's yards totally covered in it. I would just leave that if it was me. But in this situation, you got a little bit. Well, I think we can probably spot treat it and maybe get rid of it or at least suppress it. Again, if your yard's totally covered in it in the middle of summer, my recommendation usually is just let it die in the winter and try to prevent it the following year with the well-timed pre-emergent application. So let's spray it and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna spray some of this and not spray some so we can see the difference in what's been sprayed and what hasn't been sprayed. All right, I purposely didn't spray this big clump here. So I did spray these and we'll be able to compare and see how it does with the one that's not sprayed. I'm gonna mark it with a yard flag so I can find it when I come back and look for this weed compared with the other weeds in the yard. Well, it's been about 10 days, honestly, and I had just about given up on this because I looked at it maybe after 5 days and it had done virtually nothing to the crabgrass. You can see the untreated crabgrass here and how green it is. And I come back to one's been sprayed with the Celsius and Certainty combo. And we are definitely seeing some action. You're seeing some discoloration. Now, is it dead? No, I don't think it's dead. So what I may end up doing is spraying a second application, dragging this out a little further and see if it'll die after 2 applications. If not, then what we'll at least have is some serious suppression. I think we've already gotten that with 1 application. But I'm kind of curious to see if I do a second application, will it actually kill it or not? So good results on far as the turf damage. I see minimal, if any, discoloration of the Bermuda turf. So that's nice to see and certainly having its effect. So I might spray it again and then we'll see what happens after that. All right, I want to show you the crabgrass that we've been checking on, and I guess I was proven wrong on this, proven wrong in a good way. So let me show it to you and I'll give you my final thoughts. This has actually been 20 days since the initial application. And you see what healthy, non-treated crabgrass looks like. And then let me show you this. This is it. And I said that when I saw it before, I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna spray it again and see if it will die. You can see this other patch here I've sprayed. And no, it didn't kill all the grass. You can see the green Bermuda grass coming up in here. And you can see just a little bit of green still on the crabgrass, like right there where my finger's touching. That's crabgrass. So I wouldn't just pronounce it dead, but I ended up not coming back for the second application, and it's just been sitting here. So I mean, this is pretty amazing in my opinion, that after 20 days, now it's not super fast by any means, but using what is not necessarily known as just a great crabgrass post-emergent, Celsius and Certainty combined, and I feel like this is really, really good results. And this is good for me to see because I use Celsius and Certainty a lot, and I'm out spraying. I know it works on nutsedge, I know it works on Kalinga, I know it works on lots and lots of weeds. But I'll be honest, I didn't know it worked this good, 1 application on crabgrass. And is it dead? Maybe not, but it's wounded so bad
that at this time of year, it's not going to be a problem again in this particular lawn, because the winter time will get it before too much longer.
I am going to put a link popping up on your screen now to show you, if you want to watch me test out Celsius and Certainty on a bunch of different weeds to see how well this combination works. But you see it for yourself on crabgrass. I personally didn't think it would work that great, but it did an awesome job. If you're thinking about being in the weed control and fertilization business, whether you want to do that alone or add it to your existing mowing business, or even think about starting a mowing business, mosquito business, whatever, I've got a lot of resources available at lawncarelife.com, video courses, lots of documents to help you get started. So you might want to go check those out. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. There is over 600 lawn care videos, so you may be, if you like stuff like this, there's plenty more where this one came from. I'm Jason Creel. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.